Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Las Pinches Toxias podcast. We're back.
Hi.
Wow, look at us. We're being consistent.
We are being consistent.
We said consistency is key.
Yes, it is. That's
To what?
why
I don't know, but it's key.
That's why I'm skinny.
Anyways.
I'm not.
Just kidding.
That's why I'm not skinny.
We're a terrible example of consistency.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
Yeah. But no, I was telling you that, like, okay, so I weighed myself today. I haven't been, okay, because for anybody who doesn't know, I've been going with a personal trainer, and I go 4 times a week. Well, this month I'm going 4 times a week, but I was going twice a week because I'm trying to, like, get fit or whatever. And I was telling V, because she's done it too before with a personal trainer. So I've lost weight in the past. Like, I've lost 30 to 40 pounds before. I was just like a cardio bunny. Like, all I did was cardio, and I lost a lot of weight, obviously. But this time around, I'm with a trainer, so we don't really do cardio. We're just doing weightlifting. Mm-hmm. So, which is what I want, right? Because I want to tone, I want to get muscles. But the scale is not moving, and it's pissing me off because that's what motivates me, like, when I'm seeing the scale. But even if the scale isn't going down, like, if I would see, like, oh, my pants are fitting a little loose, like, or something, but I don't even, that's not even, I'm not improving in those areas. So I feel, like, disappointed. I weighed myself, and I gained 2 pounds. But people are telling me, like, oh, you look thinner.
Because you do.
But in my head, I'm like, okay, well, how come my pants still don't fit? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so I'm getting thinner everywhere else, but the long hat's not going anywhere. And that's the concern. Like,
I think it's just like you lose weight differently. Everybody loses weight differently in different parts of their body. I feel like you can notice it more right now in your face. That's where, like, you can tell a lot. But you do like upper body, it does look a bit like smaller as well.
It's just harder, I guess. Mm-hmm. And that is where I gain all my fat. Like, because when I gain weight, obviously I gain it everywhere. Like, I get a double chin and, like, my arms and my legs. But not really. Like, my arms don't really get big like that. My legs don't get big like that. Mm-hmm. Where it goes is to my boobs and my stomach. And I'm like, I mean, the boobs can grow. That's fine.
Girls can grow. We want them to grow.
They're already pretty big. But, like, obviously, it's my stomach that bothers me, you know? So I'm like, damn, like, my clothes still don't fit, but I guess that's going to be the hardest area to target because that's where my fat does go to. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, damn, like, but I mean, people have told me, and I was telling you I gained weight, and I was trying not to weigh myself because you told me, like, when you were losing weight, well, you were losing fat, and the scale didn't really move, but your clothes were fitting differently. Mm-hmm. But I guess I'm just not there yet with the clothes fitting differently, but I finally weighed myself, and it literally made me feel like I don't want to do this shit no more.
Well, this is like the first month that you're actually, like, very consistent. Yeah. That's why as well. Like, it's the first, you've been doing it for, like, maybe 2-3 months, but the first 2 months you weren't really dedicating yourself to it as you are now.
Yeah, because even then I was only going twice a week, and I kept telling myself I wanted to go 4 to 5 times to work out, but I was only doing it on the days that I was seeing him. And now that I'm going consistent with him, I go also after our session, I go to the gym and I do 20 minutes of cardio after our sessions. So it's technically, it's only been like 2 weeks because, like, I tried to, like, go after, like, during the days that I wouldn't see him, I would try to go, but, like, I was just not making it a priority. That's what it comes down to. But now I'm like, okay, obviously train with you, and then I told him, like, I'm going to do 20 minutes of cardio, not an hour, because you burn muscle when you do a lot. But, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to work on it. People are telling me, I showed him a before picture, because I was telling him I look and feel the same. And he's like, no, I can tell on your face a lot. And I'm like, I can't see my jaw yet, sir. So what are you looking at? But he was like, I showed him a picture, and it like
and
took,
like the same when I was losing weight when I was with my trainer.
uh-huh.
He told me the same thing when I was, and I wasn't feeling like I was losing anything. Like I one time came in with him, and he was like, "Dude, you're getting skinny," and I was like, "From where?"
Do you feel like shut the fuck
Literally,
up?
I was like I looked at him and I
just-
was like, "Stop fucking with me right now."
Yeah, because I feel like, I don't know, like, well, and it's too, also, like, I don't ask people, like, do I look thinner? Because I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, that, if you told me and I didn't think you looked thinner, like, I'm not going to be like, no, you don't look thinner. I'm going to be like, oh, okay, cool, you know? So I'm like, that's why I don't believe people. I don't believe anybody. And I told him, I was like, I don't believe you, but okay. But I told him, like, I do feel stronger. Obviously, I feel stronger. Because, like, on the leg extensions, bro, remember the first time I ever went with him and I literally couldn't walk for, like, a freaking week? I would brace myself to go to the bathroom.
Literally, you almost knocked me the
Girl.
fuck over so many times.
Oh, yeah, because I kept pulling
Okay,
your chair.
like I said, we used to sit next to each other, and like that first session, the next day, homegirl was feeling it. Like we sat next to each other. Obviously, we sat in office chairs, and she clinged for life to get up for anything off of her chair, and then she would lean on my chair to just even move an inch. And so, like, literally one time, she pulled my chair was kind of loose already as it was. So she leaned on and kind of pulled it, and I went fucking back. I literally was like, I thought I was falling back.
Sorry.
But my girl was just going through it.
No,
but look at her now.
I literally, we were like 2 workouts in, and he had to like just, he was just there for moral support because I started having a panic attack because I hadn't worked out like in 2 years. Like before, like, okay, I never did weights like that. I would do like leg extension. I would do a little bit of weights. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I never touched them. I would do a little bit of weights, but my main focus was cardio because like I wanted to lose a bunch of fat. And obviously, I was never like properly trained with weights. Like I would just do what I would see or whatever. So then it just stopped. Like I would try to go, even though maybe, I mean, I guess I was consistent in a way. Like I would at least try to go once a week. That's some type of consistency. So I was like maintaining my weight. But then like COVID hit and shit, and then like I just fucking gained weight. And so when I went with him, it had been like 2 years where I hadn't. Maybe I went like 3 times in a year before that. So like I went and like we did the leg extensions, and I remember he probably put it like at 40, maybe less. And like I was fucking dying, and he was like pushing me too. Like he doesn't know me yet. So, like, after that, I was just, like, literally contemplating my fucking life for, like, 30 fucking minutes. He just sat there and he was like, it's okay. Like, he just kept saying, it's okay. And I was like, I just feel, like, sick. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I feel like I'm going to faint. And he was just, like, he was so patient, though. Like, he was just like, it's okay. Like, you haven't worked out in so long. Your body needs to get used to it. Like, and I was just like, fuck. Like, it just hurts, obviously. But it was even worse. Like, it wasn't even the pain. It was just, like... I had no, like, what is it, stamina or like endurance? Like, no, like, bitch, I did like
and
one
it's crazy
because
like my first session with my trainer as well, like I was like, do I really want to fucking put myself through this? And like he made me do the bare minimum, like lunges,
literally.
no weight, no weight. That it was just my own body weight, and it was like basic ass workouts, and I was just like, I'm fucking out of shape. I recognize that, but I'm like, this man is gonna push me to do more than this, and it's gonna be a constant thing. I'm like, do I really want to put myself through that? And so, like, literally, that first session, I was like, I went home and I was like, oh, we gotta reevaluate this decision. But then I was like, already presenting myself to him, so I felt the pressure to continue it because I was like, this man's a total fucking stranger, and I just went and worked out with him. And I'm just like, no, I gotta, like, it's like the pena me dio. And I was like, no, I at least gotta, like, show up for, like, maybe 2 sessions. And then I'd be like, yeah, you know, it's not for me.
Yeah. For me, I wasn't like, fuck, I don't want to do this. For me, like, I wanted to cry. I really wanted to cry because I was, like, beating myself up. Like, why did I let myself get to this point? And not even about the weight. Like, I mean, the weight, obviously, I feel uncomfortable how I look. But it was just like, I was struggling to breathe. Like, and I did barely anything. So in my head, I'm feeling like, why did I do this to my body? Like, I'm literally killing myself. Like, that's how I felt. I wanted to cry. Like, look at me. Like, how badly out of shape I am. Like, I felt so sick. I'm like, this is not right and not normal. Like, I'm only 31 years old. Like, like, I was just like, no one did this but myself. Like, why did I do this to myself? And so I did want to cry, but I didn't cry because it was like our first session together. And I knew who he was because he used to work at the gym that I got. Like, right after I became a mom, I like signed up for the gym and I was like, I'm going to be fit, which I was. I was like 112 back then. But we didn't really talk like that. Like, we just like would see each other or whatever. I don't even think he probably remembered me, but whatever. Like, I just never had like a one-on-one conversation with him. So like, this was the first time that I actually talked to him. So I was like, I'm not gonna fucking break down. I broke down the second time, but no. But yeah, like, I wanted to cry, and I just felt, I was sitting there and I was just like beating myself up. Like, fuck, I do this shit to myself. Like, I can't believe I let it get to this point. But whatever. But like I said, I do feel like I'm getting stronger because like I barely did the 40. I think it was 40 pounds. I'm going to ask him because I'm curious. Like, remember that day like my legs died? Remember you took my legs?
He was like, yeah, there was no weight.
Literally. But yeah.
Like, I did no weight for you.
Yeah, but the other day we were doing the leg extensions and he started at 40. I don't know. But the thing is, the last set I did 100 and it was like nothing. Well, I don't want to say it wasn't like nothing because it did burn, but I like at first I didn't start right away, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself because like." And I like at first like I tried to lift my legs and it didn't move, but it's just like because in my head I'm thinking I can't do 100 pounds. Like, are you kidding me, dude? So then I was like, okay, so I just like closed my eyes and take a deep breath and like I lifted it and it wasn't as heavy as I thought. It was just like a mind. It's like literally in your mind. Like, you're capable of doing more than what you think you can do. So I was just like, holy shit, I can fucking do 100. Because to me, 40 was fucking heavy, right? So I told him, I was like, I know like I complain that I don't see it. But obviously I feel stronger. And I know I am stronger. Because like the first time I could barely do 5 lunges. And he had to assist me because I kept falling. So now I'm doing 20 lunges and he just started adding weight. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm progressing, but this fucking panza, dude.
The fucking panza is the worst part. Because, like, for me, when I was using it, like, obviously my face, like, my chunky cheeks and everything was going down. And then, like, my legs were getting toned. I was had big-ass thighs. I have more muscle than fat on my legs. We'll do a leg reveal one day. Don't worry.
Yeah, if it fits in the screen.
But, like, my legs, like, were toned. And, like, I noticed it because my chub rub. Because, like, when I wore shorts, like, my legs would, like, thigh all the time. Like, my thighs would rub all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt it. And then, like, when I started wearing shorts and everything, like, yeah, they touch, but they wouldn't rub.
Okay.
And, like, it just, like, that's where I noticed it more on my legs and stuff and, like, my upper body. But just the fucking panza, dude. The bitch was staying there. Panza, she was just, aquí estoy porque aquí estoy.
And honestly, because I've had a lipo consultation before. So, like, I'm still really open to that. Because me, like, okay, when I lost the 40 pounds, you could tell, like, obviously even my pants, even my stomach went down significantly a lot. I was like a size 5. Right now, I don't even know what the fuck size I am because I don't want to know. 'Cause my jeans don't fit and all I wear is leggings and scrubs for work. But I refuse to buy jeans. Like, I'm not going to get comfortable and buy jeans. Whatever. The point is that when I lost a lot of weight, I went down to a size 5. But I still had a stomach. Like, I still have... And I have skin too, like loose skin, obviously from like, because I was like fucking tiny. I was 90 pounds when I got pregnant. And by the end of my pregnancy, I was 150. So I gained 60 pounds. So I have like loose skin and stuff. I don't care about that. I don't care if it's loose and it hangs. but there's still a lot of fat. There's still a lot of fat because it's not completely like wrinkly. My skin doesn't completely get wrinkly there. It's still like distended or whatever. So I am down to still have the procedure. I want to get to where I get to. And if the panza is literally like not fucking budging, I'm going to get fucking lipo. And I don't care because I'm still going to get fit. Like, I don't want to do it and, like, I think I'm just not going to do nothing. Like, obviously, I want to do it and, like, maintain it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that area is really, really stubborn for me. And I feel like if I'm getting fit and stuff, like, I want the panza to match, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, I am down to get, like, lipo. I don't know if I would do a tummy tuck. Maybe I would do a tummy tuck, like, if I knew for sure I was done having babies. But, like, I do want to have babies in the future, or like that's open, you know, it's open. I'm not like, oh, I'm not having no more kids. And like I said, even if I don't have any more kids, I'll do the lipo, but the tummy tuck, I don't care. I don't care if my skin is right there. Like, I feel like that would be like, fuck yeah, like I lost the weight and look, now I have like this extra skin. Yeah. It doesn't gross me out. Because even when I was skinnier, like it was more wrinkly and stuff. But I didn't feel like, oh my God, I don't want people to see. Like, because I had a baby and I did gain a lot of weight. So it's like, doesn't bother me. But it does bother me that when I'm losing weight and the stomach ain't matching. I'm like, especially too, because I have like chicken legs. Like, I mean, right now they're not fucking skinny, but like my fat doesn't really go there. So like my stomach to my butt and legs does not match. So I'm like, this is just like not it. Like you have, obviously you have fucking legs. Like you have legs for days. So.
But that's because as well, I did soccer since I was younger.
Yeah.
So that's why all my muscle always went to and like I come from a family where my family, we're kind of pretty well built in the leg area. Mm-hmm. Like not as like all my siblings and my parents and stuff and family compared to everybody else, I have the bigger thighs, but because I did soccer. Yeah. So I feel like that's where most of my legs have been built since I was younger. Yeah. So I've always been built big myself. Been built big myself. So that's why like when I look at myself, I'm like, I know I'm never gonna get down to like skinny how like I would want to. Like, ideally, my ideal weight to drop down to is maybe 170. Okay. That's my ideal weight goal. But because I know I've come to acceptance that I know I'm not going to drop lower than that. And I won't be able to. Because I have so much muscle mass.
I was going to say, and you have big. Hella fucking muscle. Mm-hmm.
So, like, like I said, like, I don't look as big. But when I see the number, I am pretty big. Okay. But because it's kind of proportioned.
Yeah, it's proportioned in a better way.
But if I didn't have my thighs,
exactly,
you like would fucking tell like.
That's like me, because like say like you wear like crop tops and like high-waisted jeans. I don't ever see your outfit and think like, oh hell no. I see your outfit and I'm like, she looks fucking cute. Like I want to wear shit like that. But the thing is that I don't really have legs. So, like, you know, like those boyfriend jeans and shit? Obviously, they're supposed to have, like, a loose fit to them. But no, like, okay, I'm really fucking putting my shit out there, but fuck it. Because I know y'all bitches can relate. Some of y'all. So, like, if I get, like, boyfriend jeans, I don't even know what size I am. I'm just going to say a 12. Say I get a size 12. It's going to fit the waist part, right? But the fucking leg part, bitch, it's going to be like, where the fuck, is there anything in there? Like, it's just going to be pantalon. Mm-hmm. So it looks weird. It's going to look like, damn, like, why did she get them so loose? Yeah. But it's like, well, because if I reality, yeah, because my legs, like, okay, I want to say, like, say, like, tight jeans. Like, I want to say my legs are, like, a size 3. And my waist is saying like a size 12. Uh-huh. Do you know does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I can't wear jeans like that. Like, obviously I can, but I'm not confident. I see girls out there that, that have the same body type as me, and they're looking fucking cute. Mm-hmm. And obviously it's within your confidence too, but I am not at that level. And I don't think I would be at that level, especially because, I don't know, I've just always had issues because Back then, I was like way too skinny. Like everybody would always call me flaca. I haven't heard that in forever. But like my family would always like call me flaca, you know, and that stopped a long time ago. But they would make me feel, and I know this is just the way that they get along with me. Like my family, they're just like jokesters and stuff. But it did get to me. And like I don't want to say like I'm sensitive, and who knows, maybe I was fucking sensitive. But
you have a right to.
Yeah, like they would say it so much, and I knew they were kidding. Like I knew they didn't mean it, but it did start making me notice things in me that I probably wouldn't have noticed if they never said anything, you know? So I would always be like, before like becoming a mom, I would be like, damn, I am skinny. And like I kind of always had boobs, but I like my legs, like I said, they were chicken legs. Like even worse. Imagine how my legs look when I was like 80 pounds, girl.
I think you should me a picture.
Yes, girl. They could just snap. But like I started noticing, and like I didn't really have leg. I didn't have like a booty, you know. And I would see these girls like my age, and they're like, they had legs, they had booty, they had boobs, like, and I'm like, damn, I felt like a little girl. So like I would try to gain weight, and like my family would be like, "Oh, what estás anorexica o qué?" And I'm like, bruh, like I already feel skinny.
Yeah.
And like I would eat so much fast food. I'm not choking up like that. I couldn't swallow my saliva for a minute, but no, I would like try to eat so much fast food, like literally, and I would lose more weight. Like I just couldn't gain the weight. And I just felt like a little girl. Like, I just felt like, damn, like, why would a guy like me? I just have, like, a little girl body when these girls are out there, like, they have body, you know? And then, whatever, and I gained weight after having Leanna. And not even after that. Like, I was, like, 112, and I was fine, but I did have the gut. And then, like, from there, it was just, like, downhill. I just kept gaining weight. But, so, I've always been, I guess, uncomfortable with my body.
Yeah.
So I just don't have that confidence. Like before I was too skinny, and now I feel like I just gained too much weight, and that's why I just don't have that confidence. You know, like I am not down to like wear outfits like that, and I don't know. Maybe I'm too hard on myself, but I don't know. But I know that I can get to where I want to be. But I have a question for you. Do you think? And I've asked my trainer too. Like, do you think it's genetically impossible for some people to get weight, to grow muscle?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Everybody's body type is different. We all gain muscle differently. We all lose fat differently. And some people can gain the weight. Some people can't.
Yeah.
Fat-wise and muscle-wise.
Yeah.
And it's been proven. Yeah. Some people's bodies just genetically don't develop as much. No matter how much consumption they do with like protein and stuff like that, it's just some people it's not possible. They'll gain it but slowly, but not in like the mass like some other people do.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was telling him, I was like, what if I'm just like genetically like not going to be able to like build a booty or like legs?
I mean, I think you will, but you'll be able to tone what you have, and you might be able to.
Yeah, well, he was telling me, he was like, what he said is that that's not true. I don't know if he said it was like, but he said it's like, he's like, it's science. He's like, if you feed your body what it's supposed to, he's like, you can grow your muscles, obviously as much as you want them to grow. Obviously, like steroids and stuff, that's like on a whole nother level.
That's
but he said you just have to feed your body. He's like, you have to feed it. He's like, I really think that you can grow your legs the way that you want to. So I'm like,
it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Whereas, and I think, like you said, you've been so used to this image of you being skinny and not seeing it.
Yeah.
So you can't picture it yourself.
Yes,
it's a goal you want, but
you
can't really see yourself, and you're not seeing the progress right away.
That's the thing that I tell people. It's like, I'm so uncomfortable with the weight that I am now, because a lot of people will be like, you're fine. Like, you're not like, goddamn, girl. Like, people tell me you're fine. But it's like, I can't feel fine when all my life I was used to being too skinny. And even then, I didn't feel fine because I was too skinny. But, like, I've never been this way. I'm used to people telling me all my life that I'm too skinny. And now that's obviously I'm not too skinny and I can't fit into the clothes that I want to. So I don't know. It's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I don't know. But I try to refrain from saying like body stuff to Leanna because I'm like, I know.
You don't want to engrave that in her because you know how traumatic it can be and how
even if it's like innocent, you know. But I do tell her like, I tell her positive things. I don't tell her like you're too skinny. You know what I mean? Because my mom will say that like, ay, esta niña está muy flaca, no le das de comer. She's saying like she's too skinny, I don't feed her. And I tell her, I'm like, Mom, like I know like obviously you don't mean anything mean by that. I'm like, but try not to say that because I don't want her thinking that she's too skinny. I'm like, she is fine. And it's funny that one of our coworkers was talking about her daughter and like everybody always tells her that she's too skinny, right? So she had like a follow-up appointment with her doctor. So she ended up, because she tries to gain weight, and she ended up telling her doctor, like, what can I do to gain weight because I'm too skinny? And I guess he was like, stand up and let me look at you. And he looked at her, like, obviously he knows her weight, her height, everything. And he's like, who is telling you that you're too skinny? And she was like, my family, like they always tell me I'm too skinny, so I feel skinny, you know? And he was like, you are perfect where you are. Like she's petite. And he's like, and I guess he was like, let me ask you a serious question. And he was like, is your family overweight? And then she was like, well, yeah, like they're a little chubby. And he's like, that's why they tell you that you're too skinny. They're used to the way that they are, or they're used to the way that they are. Therefore, they're telling you that you're too skinny, but in reality, you're perfectly fine. It's them that are a little too heavy, you know? And I was like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm only 4'11", and if you look up, like, the weight, I think it says like 90 to like 110 pounds, like ideal weight. I was always like between 90 and 100. So that just goes to show that I wasn't too skinny. I'm just built little, you know, like I did have to use like little girls' clothing. So there was a time where like I did kind of get depressed over like, I don't know, something dumb in high school, and I dropped to 80 pounds. Then, like, yeah, because you could see, like, my hip bone sticking out, and, like, you could totally tell on my face, like, I don't want to eat. Like, I knew I was going through it. Then I was kind of, like, borderline, like, going, like, I could see why people would say, like, oh, are you anorexic? First of all, if I was, how are you going to ask me that? Like, I would obviously be struggling, like, and you're just going to say that to me? Like, rude. But anyway, yeah, so there was a time where I was too skinny, but I was just going and being depressed. But other than that, like, I was very petite. But, like, you see, like, you know, kind of like all the Asian women, like, how they're very, very petite. And you can tell they probably wear, like, girl sizes. That's how I was. But my family was thicker. A lot of my family was overweight.
Yeah.
And a lot of my family was just, like, a little bit, not overweight, but just, like, thicker. No one was skinny. Maybe a few primas were skinny, you know, but like maybe too because I'm short and I think I am petite. Like I am built very little because even when I went to have my daughter, the doctor was like, you have a very small birth canal. Like you're very petite. So I'm just little and they're just not used
They're
to.
not used to that image.
And they're thinking like, I just need to eat. Like you need to eat. You need to eat. Like girl, I'm eating.
But then see, here's my spectrum of that. I've always been bigger built.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at pictures back then now. Like back then, it used to always be engraved in my head. Oh, estás muy gorda, estás muy gorda. Oh, Valeria está muy gorda. O no comas eso, vas a engordar más. O ya no le des más, va a engordar. Mejor como tener ensalada o una zanahoria o algo. Estás muy gorda.
Who would say that?
My family.
Like so, your immediate?
Yeah, immediate and other also outside family, like tios, tias, stuff like that. So just hearing all that stuff, like I always grew up with the mentality, I'm a fat bitch.
Yeah.
But then I look back at pictures when I was a kid and when I was in high school stuff.
And you were normal.
And I looked normal. And yeah, I was a bit heavier set according to doctors. But it's like I said, I grew up playing a sport. So my muscle, it was just muscle, but they didn't understand that. And so you looked at my sisters. Yeah, I looked bigger than them, but because I had like my portions were way different than them. They were always skinny bitches.
Yeah.
Not skin like super skinny, but they look, thinner compared to me. So I was always the bigger one. And so it was always engraved in my head like you're the big one, you're the fat one. And so then when I look back at my pictures when I was a kid and stuff like that, I look at myself and I was like, yeah, I had a little pudge, but it was into like the extreme where they're saying, oh yeah, you're fat, you're obese.
No.
And so I was just like, and like I said, now that I look at it, and then when I started with my trainer, I started like my fitness journey. That was the heaviest I ever hit when I started off with him.
And what?
We'll reveal that when I get when I get
a
smaller number.
I'm thinking it's just me and you right now. I was like, wait.
I think I've told you before. I've told a couple of people, and obviously my trainer knows. But when I started him, and like
we have the bleep now.
Oh yeah.
So we'll cut this part out. Okay, so what was your weight?
That's the heaviest I ever hit, and that I've always averaged at the 190s. I've never hit higher than 190. Like I've always like 190 even. Even when I was in high school, that was like the heaviest I've ever been. So when I started with
your trainer,
with my trainer, I want to say his name. When I started with my trainer, and I obviously like my first session with him, I was struggling. I was like, okay,
just say
we
it.
push through.
I'm sorry, just say it so we can use the beep.
It's like beep 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 beep.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
But when I started with him, like obviously my first session I struggled, and then he was like, okay, we're going to continue this, this is how much it's going to be, this is how many sessions, goals and everything. I discussed that with him, and he was like, I think after my second or third session, he told me, go weigh yourself. He's like, go to your like any Nutri shop, it's free to do the in-body in there. You can do it as many times as you want. They're not going to charge you. Just go in, like you don't have to purchase anything. So I was like, okay, and like I kind of dragged it because I was scared. I was scared.
How
to
long
see that
had
number.
it been since you had weighed yourself?
I started 2 years ago. The last time I weighed myself was probably when I was in like my senior year.
Okay,
my senior, so
and you knew like you had gained weight.
I knew I had gained weight, but I never thought I had gained it to that number.
Okay.
Like I said, I've always averaged that one number. So when I finally hit that number, I was like, when I weighed myself and I saw the number, like I literally went cold. And the guy gave me the paper and everything, and I went home and I was just like, I remember texting my trainer. I was like, oh, I weighed myself. And then he texted me like, oh, okay, cool. We're going to start off your goals. Like he was like, hyped about it. And I was just like at home, and I was like, I literally sat in the car and I was crying. Because I was like, I've never been this heavy. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, really, Valeria? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so then when I went to my next session with him, I told him, I was like, oh, I got it. And he's like, oh, did they break it down for you? I was like, no, not really. So we sat down and he broke it down to me and everything. And I was just kind of like, this is the heaviest I've ever been. He was like, are you in shock? I was like, yeah. He's like, so what are you going to do about it? I was like, cry.
You're like, hug me.
I was
bitch.
like, I don't know. Go eat a fucking donut.
Oh, fucking
Go eat my feelings away.
Literally what I was gonna say right now.
So then now it's like that gave me the wake up call. Like, bitch, you gotta do something.
Yeah, we
have to fucking do something. Cause I'm only 20. I was 24 at the time. I was like, you're only 24 in this fucking heavy. I was like, and you don't have a fucking kid. You don't have anything like that. And you've been active most of your life. And you're, like, obviously, I had stopped playing soccer at that point. So it had been like 4 years since I stopped playing. So I wasn't being active at all. And so I was just kind of like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? So it was kind of like the turning point where I was like, I need to do shit with my life. So like, I literally started school. And I like started like my fitness journey.
That's cool.
I haven't been like super consistent with it. But, like, I do see those changes.
Yeah.
Like, when I was going with my trainer, like I said, like, there's, like, 3 months where I was, like, super consistent. Like, I changed my whole diet.
Is that, like, around your period? What the fuck?
My birthday month.
Yeah.
Remember how, like, I was, like, losing weight and stuff?
Yeah.
And that's when I gained that confidence to wear what I wear.
Yes, because I remember you went on Shein and you fucking went on a haul. I was like, oh, shit.
And I bought all these fucking cute clothes, and I was like, why am I buying this? It's not gonna look good on me. Okay. I remember sending you those pictures.
Cute. Yeah, I was like, what
and
the
you
fuck?
Were like, I was like, I'm not feeling it. You were like, bitch, you look good. And I was like, are you sure?
Yeah, you were like, I don't like how it looks. The dresses, because they were like form-fitting. And I was like, you look cute.
Mm-hmm. Like, I've never worn clothes like that. I've always been, even when I went into parties, jeans, my sneakers, and like a nice top. But that was like closed off and it was long. Like those like senora shirts.
Yeah, like me.
That's what I would wear.
I'm like... But that... Yeah, because it's like comfort.
Yeah. So
like it has to be flowy.
Like, it has to be flowy. The jeans, like I wear skinny jeans and stuff like that. But they were still, enough for the shirt to cover the lonja and stuff like that. And like, yeah, with the jeans and sneakers, like I would never wear heels. I would never wear like crop tops, dresses, stuff like that. Even though I had the legs for it, I wouldn't wear it. Because I didn't feel good in it. I felt like I looked disgusting. And then when I went that period where I was consistent, I was in the weight and everything. Like I said, even my trainer was saying, like, you're losing weight, you look skinny. You're doing good. Let's keep it up. And like he was pushing me. And then I'd hear like from you, from other people, coworkers and stuff like that, like just randomly. And like, especially from my family, they're like, Valeria, you're losing weight? Like, wow, que bueno, por fin.
And it hurts. Ain't that some shit?
It fucking hurts hearing that though. As much as like, you're hearing it and you feel good about it, but you're just like, oh, you're looking good. So it makes
you're like, god damn, like, how fucking big was I?
Was I that fucking bad back
then? Because you still see yourself,
but I'm like,
bigger,
I still
right?
see myself the way I am. Nothing's changed. I look slimmer, but my face is still the same. Like, oh, te miras más bonita. And then I get guys hit me up now. Something that's never happened. And like people like, react to my stories and stuff. I'm like, ugh. Like it's good, but I'm just like, these people have been following me for years. I've known these people since high school, and now you're hitting me up. Like it's kind of just like, it hurts. It hurts your pride a bit because you're kind of like, I'm still the same person. I am a bit slimmer, but nothing's changed. So why are you noticing me now?
Versus then. Back then they didn't want me. Now like,
I was a bit heavier set, but I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, it goes into the whole body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, as much as you hear these compliments, it feels like a backhanded compliment.
To me, I don't feel like they're backhanded, but I feel like I don't believe you because I still see the same person in the mirror. I still see this lonja. Yeah. So I'm like, are we looking at the same thing? Like, I know you're trying to do good here, but you're pissing me off because I see the same thing. But who knows? I mean, you said I do look thinner. You can see it in my face. So it's like, I won't feel good about compliments until I personally can see it. Then I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, I do look good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then again, you can't be so hard on yourself because you just became consistent.
Yeah.
So then I think if you keep it up, you will start seeing that because your body's adjusting to it.
If I keep up this pace, do you think by my birthday I will notice it? Like for me myself?
I think even in 2 months.
You think so?
I'm telling you, in 3 months, I noticed it a bunch for myself.
Like at first you weren't noticing, but 3 months in.
And I would see the numbers, they would change, but I didn't feel it.
Until 3 months in.
Until those 3 months when I was like really consistent, like around my birthday, that's when I felt it. And like even the clothes, I told you, I used to be a size 14. And I'm a size 12. And I've stayed a size 12 and I haven't been literally haven't done shit.
You were kind of going down from a 12 because the 12 started to lose.
The 12 started feeling loose. And now the 12 is starting to feel like justito. And I'm just like, bitch, we got to get back to it.
I hate that shit.
I'm like, we're gaining the weight again. I feel it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I can see it on my face and everything too. I feel like that's where like, I notice the most on my
Your face? I noticed that on my face too a lot. Like in pictures, I should say. I'm like, what the hell?
Remember that one time you were sitting in my house, in my dining room, and you saw a picture like, is that you? It was when I had blonde hair, I had a beanie on. It was me and Nicole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You were like, is that you? And I was like, yeah. And you were like, oh my God, you lost weight. And I was like,
I don't even remember saying that. I'm sorry.
They're like, you were like, your face looks slimmer. And I was like, you really have lost weight. And I was like, yeah.
You're like, thanks,
Thanks. Bitch. I'm like, what are you telling me? But like I said, like you do notice it because like, in those pictures, and I hate looking at pictures from like maybe 3 years ago. You can't tell, and I feel like your panza has gone down.
Can you see on my face though? Because I feel like
fuck yeah, dude.
I feel like I see my face the same and my freaking panza.
If you look right here, your face looks swollen. Your face looks like como like hinchada.
It's probably from all the crying I did. No, I'm just kidding. I do look super swollen in my pictures. Like,
but it's because that's chunky.
So it's not swollen, it's chunkiness.
It's chunkiness.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, whatever it is, as long as it's going. But I showed him this picture, and I was literally, like, gripping for dear life. And he's like, you don't have to show me. And I'm like, I'll show you because even though I feel like I still look the same, I know that physically I feel different. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Even though my clothes are still fitting the same, girl, like the scale hasn't moved, I feel different, but I don't see it. But I feel different. So I was like, well, I'm just going to show him because I do feel something. I don't see it, but I feel something. And he's telling me. And he's like, you don't have to show me. Like, and I was like, I'll just show you. And I was like, if I look the same, like, it's fine. Like, you know, you don't have to lie to me. And he saw it and he was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? He's like, your face. He's like, I feel like even your midsection went down. But I'm like, but my midsection, my jeans don't fit me still. They don't buckle still. So I'm like, God damn, girl. How much fucking, but, and I feel like my scrubs, you would think like they would feel different. I feel like my scrubs still feel the same. So that's why I feel like, I'm like, I don't get it.
Honestly, yeah, when you were standing like by the table at work, the island, one, and you like, because you know you were standing on this side, but then you moved over to our side, and I turned around and looked at you, and I was like, damn, this bitch is getting skinny. But then like, I know how you are, and so that's why I don't say shit to you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like,
because I'm like,
okay,
no, I'm like, okay, yeah, right,
up.
shut the fuck up. You're fucking lying. You're trying to make me feel better.
That's what I kept telling my trainer. Whenever he tells me stuff, I'm like, okay, anyways, like, or if Randy tells me, like, I can tell him, like, anyways, like, you said that shit when I was like 200 pounds on top of you. Do a little. Yeah,
I'll add that in there. I'll try to figure out how.
But, you know, like, and obviously he loves me, and, like, that's why I think it's hard for me because I know people care about me. So I feel like people are trying to hype me, you know, like, when it's not real. But I guess, like, I mean, I don't know. But just so you know, I guess body dysmorphia is a real thing because, like you said, you can tell in the picture. If I go stand in the mirror, I see this exact picture. I don't have to stand in the mirror because what I see in this picture is what I see. So it's like, why am I going to look at myself?
Also why you don't feel it. There might be changes, but you feel like I'm not
letting myself
because you're not letting yourself.
Because I'm like,
and I think it's like head. When you finally accept it yourself, you're gonna be like, fuck, I am skinny. I can wear this clothes. I can wear that clothes. That's like I said, when I finally lost it and got comfortable with my body. Even now, like I know I've gained the weight. But I still wear the clothes because I'm like, I feel confident in myself now.
You look cute.
Thank you.
I think you look really cute.
Thank you. So. But like I said, like it's just getting comfortable with yourself. Like no matter what everybody else told you, I had all these people telling me all this stuff. And like I still didn't feel it. I didn't believe it. I didn't feel it until like I started like accepting it myself. And like when I started accepting it, I was like, okay, you know what? I don't look that bad. I think I'm not to be cocky, but I think I'm cute. I think I'm pretty.
You are pretty. I told you that from the beginning.
I started realizing like I said, I started accepting myself for who I am, and when I started thinking like, at first I started doing these changes because I wanted to look good for other people, rather than for myself. So I was so focused on trying to look good for other people, trying to impress other people. But then once I realized, like, no, like, I have to do this for myself. Like, it's for my own health and for my own self-confidence so I can feel good about myself. And so, like I said, like, once I started losing the weight and being more consistent with it, and I saw, like, I have always had stuff in my carts. Like, I want to wear this one day. I want to wear this one day. I want to be able to rock this style. Like, rock this style.
Even, like, certain, like, gym clothes. I want to wear the cute sets, you know? But, like... And I see girls that are like us and they're wearing it and they look fucking good.
Exactly.
But I just can't find it in me. Like one day I'm working on it and I hope that, I mean, I do like now I'm starting to wear shorts. Cause like before I feel like, oh my God, first of all, I need a tan, but like my little legs, you know, and like, but I am starting to wear shorts. So that's like something like I bought cute shorts, but I'm trying to work myself there, and we'll get there. We'll be like the best friend girls. Remember, they would get matching sets and switch the tops and the bottoms, and then they would work out together. We'll be like that.
I don't think we ever will be because your top is way bigger than mine, and my top will ever grow.
Well, we'll just get. Wait, remember we said we would just get like our size,
the same things, and just like wear them on different days and make it seem like we did switch.
Yes, exactly.
If you're hearing this, you don't.
Yeah, because the leggings are gonna fit loose on me.
And then
the
her
bra
shirts,
is gonna fit loose on her.
I'm gonna have to stuff the fuck out of them.
I'm putting like cotton in the leggings.
You're wearing those butt pads.
I'm like, hey. But yeah, so that's been like a struggle, and I want to feel good, guys. Like I want to feel good. I want to feel good physically. Like I would always be tired, bloated. Like I felt like shit. I would eat what I wanted, and I would fucking have stomach aches after. And it's like, for what? For a few minutes of that taste in your mouth, like, and like I am following a meal plan. I'm not doing it to the T how, you know, the person I bought the meal plan, because it's like a customized meal plan. They're like, you don't use seasoning. You can only use Mrs. Dash because that has like no calories or no salt or something like that. I think that's why I stopped. I did lose 10 pounds in 1 month without even working out. But I was like cooking the food the way it was supposed to. And I would only do one cheat meal once a week, which I still want to do that. But now when I think I got burnt out because it was like no flavor, no nothing. Like it's not realistic for me, especially not for me, because I mean, I grew up in a Mexican household and everything has flavor and chile.
Flavor.
Yeah. So what I did this time around is that I'm still making the same exact meals, but I'm actually using a little bit of seasoning. Because like, if I don't, I'm just going to be so over it. And even now, sometimes I feel like over it, but it has flavor. So I'm like, okay, well, it's still like satisfying something a little bit, you know? So I'm like, this time around, I'm just going to add flavor because like, I'm going to stop eating like that. And it's going to make me want to binge eat more because I'm going to be looking for some type of flavor. So I'm like, okay, that's not realistic for me. Like, I could do it, but, you know, I'd rather take my time and have some flavor in my life than completely no flavor, and then I'm just going to get sick of it and then go have ice cream because this didn't do it for me. But, yeah, we're out here trying. I'm trying my best.
We're trying. I know you're trying as well out there, if you can relate to it.
Keep going.
Got this. We got this. We're going to see those changes.
I was listening to IE and Besties, and when they were talking to Josh Leva, and they were kind of talking about the gym, and one of them, I forgot their names, she said something that really fucking hit me, and I was like, that's so fucking true, because one of the girls was saying, like, yeah, like, I just can't stay consistent, you know, like, I can't stay consistent, motivated, and the other girl was like, you're never gonna, like, stay motivated, obviously. She's like, because who's gonna be motivated to be putting yourself through that? She's like, because if you think about it, you're choosing to go to the gym to be in pain and uncomfortable. And I'm like, that's so fucking true. Like you're literally saying to yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna be in pain.
Yeah,
because it's hard and you are in pain. And I was like, that is so true. Like, you need to get that through your head. Like you need to accept the fact that you're gonna hurt. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I never even thought about it like that. But I feel like the gym part is like, like it fucking sucks and it hurts, you know? And like when I'm there and I'm doing like my sets or whatever, I sometimes look at him like, and I think I physically have to talk myself into staying through my session. When I'm in pain, I'm like, just fucking go. Why? You know?
I know, like
just fucking walk out. Literally,
my thing was like when I was working out with my trainer, obviously that's when I get pushed the most, because when I work on my own, I'm working at my own pace, and I'm just like, oh, we can go lighter. We don't have to go all the way. Like, I'm on my own. But when I'm with my trainer, he's pushing me because he knows my potential and I could do more. And that's when I was like, literally, like, I felt it the most.
You're
and
all
so,
fucking lifting a car and shit. You're like, fuck yeah.
like, I was hitting like all these fucking like high ass PRs and everything, and like I was like literally mid set, I'm just like, why the fuck am I putting this to myself? Like putting myself through this. Like, why? Like, I'm like literally in pain. I'm sweating. I want to throw up.
What do you
go
tell
home.
yourself in those moments where you're feeling like that? What do you tell yourself to convince yourself to stay?
Don't give up. We have a goal.
Okay.
I'm like, I remember.
Mine is like,
I literally feel like, why the fuck am I literally start cheating myself on the sets. Like, he would turn around. If you're hearing this, Roberto, I'm sorry. He would tell me, do 15. He would sometimes turn around and go up more weights. I would only do 10.
you're like,
I'm
there,
sorry,
15. You're
sir.
like, 15.
And then what it would get to me, he would like, sometimes he would notice I'd be struggling. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I would literally stand and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And he'd be like, okay. He's like, you're cheating yourself out of this, though. Just remember that. He'd always be like, you're not cheating me. I'd be like, I don't care. He was like, but you're cheating yourself out of it. You're the one that wants whatever's the outcome of this.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, fuck.
It's so funny because like when I tell him, it's always at number 7. So I'm like 1, 2, 3 at 7. That's when I start contemplating my whole fucking life. And I always like look at him. I look at him because I am a scaredy cat. So when I start feeling like faint or I start seeing little fucking stars and shit, I start getting scared like, fuck, am I overdoing it? Like maybe I'm not supposed to be this tired, or maybe it's not supposed to hurt this much. So when I'm feeling that, I'm thinking like, well, I have anxiety and we talked about that before, how I start freaking out and I'm like, what if I have a heart attack and die right now? I know, so stupid. I know. But that's just where my brain goes. So when I'm at 7 and he knows me now, so every time like I'll look at him and I'm just looking for a reassurance. And like he laughs and he's like, is that 7? Is that pesky 7? You know? But I just look at him because I think it gives me reassurance to look at him when I'm in pain, to know like, and he looks at me and laughs. I'm like, okay, he knows what I'm feeling. And I just want him to know that if I just fucking faceplant right now, he knows it was coming, you know? Like, I don't know. It just makes me feel, I guess, safe in a way, because I'm like, okay, I'm letting you know, like, I'm fucking feeling like shit right now, okay? So if something happens, like, you know what I mean? And it just makes me feel...
For me, it was the second set that would always kick my ass.
Really?
Because then once I got to the third set, I was like, oh, this is nothing. But he would increase the weight each set.
Yeah, that's what he does too.
But that middle one, it was just the one that kicked my ass all the time. And
that's and then you kind of get over the hurdle, and then you're like better at the last one.
And like the last one's the heaviest one.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, bitch, this is nothing. Why are we struggling like 2 seconds ago? But then, like I said, like once it's like, for me, it was when he would start counting down. Like, I already knew I was like at a certain number.
Do you like that or not?
He would do 20, or he told me, okay, do 20. Like, let's say, do 20, whatever it was, like, squats. I would count to 10, and I'd restart at 1. But he would sometimes be counting with me, and he'd be like, all right, 3 more. Or he'd be like, all right, 5 more, 4 more, this more. And I was like, stop. Or whenever he'd make me do time stuff, like doing planks, or holding the weight for seconds, like I would just tell him, don't tell me how much time I have left.
Okay.
Do not tell me how much time I have left.
That's so funny because I want like the last 10 seconds because I'm fucking give up.
That's when
once he
tells me 10 seconds, those 10 seconds drag on for the fucking longest time for me.
Well, does he count like 10, 9, 8, or he just says 10 seconds?
No, he usually does a timer.
But does he say it out loud?
Yeah. He'll start counting it down
10,
for me.
9. Okay, see,
like
I like that.
5. But those drag. I don't know if he's purposely dragging them. Because he knows I can do more. But hearing him say 20, 30, 40, almost there, 10.
Yeah, but you know what? Because I was doing, I don't know what it's called, when you're like kind of squatting and you're against the wall. I don't know.
Wall squats? Something like that.
Yeah, something about the wall. But
Squat.
to the window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my
pelotas.
all these bitches grow. Motherfucker. Okay, sorry. So I was doing those, and it kind of did feel like the last seconds he was like 3, 2, like it didn't feel like 3, 2, 1, you know, but I was like, fuck it. But because when, say I'm doing 30 seconds and he's like, come on, you're halfway there, 15 seconds. I'm like, don't tell me that. Tell me when it's 10, 9, 8, 7, because I feel like 15 seems like an eternity. 10 I can deal with, and I need to hear it. Even when I'm like doing like weights or stuff, like today he was like 7, but I didn't hear what he said. And like, I need to know how many more I got, sir, because I need to mentally tell myself you got this more to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a struggle. We're getting there.
Yeah,
we're learning about ourselves. We're trying to accept themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel like the gym part, like I can get past that.
Mm-hmm. It's just
the food
eating,
part,
the
God
food part,
damn,
the eating part.
mama.
It's just there's so much delicious shit. But I have been following these accounts, and I do want to get into like the whole meal prep thing and recipes and stuff like that because there's so many. And like my trainer had told me that too. There's so many recipes out there that we as Mexicans cook. We just have to adjust them, and you can still eat them. There's nothing bad about them.
Yeah.
We just do too much sometimes, and that's what
like
screws you over.
Yeah. So for like example, one of my meals for like my dinner, it's like 3 ounces of chicken, and asparagus, and I'm like, God damn, like just fucking chicken. I have been adding seasoning, but like, did it stop again?
No, it's. Do you see the minutes?
Oh, okay. But I'm just used to the little tortilla, little quesito. And I was like, you know what? I told Randall, I'm like, I'm fucking over fucking eating just fucking chicken. You know? So I was like, I'm fucking working out. I'm like, I'm still sticking to the 3 ounces of chicken. But every other day, I will make it into a taquito. And add a little bit of cheese.
Low carb tortillas,
And
those taste just as good.
And fat-free cheese, or reduced fat.
So
or
there's
whatever.
like there's other alternatives that we can use to still
and like
eat the
before,
way we used to eat.
Yeah, and before it's like me voy a comer fucking 4 pinches tacos, versus now I'm like, okay, no, I'm gonna still weigh out my chicken, so I weigh the 3 ounces and I just eat it in 2 tacos.
Yeah,
and I just add a little bit of cheese and a little bit of salt and like chile. And I eat them.
Because
salsa
like,
itself
is a bunch of vegetables. It's just maybe adding less salt or whatever. But it's pretty much just a bunch of vegetables cut.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's not, and it's 2 little tacos. I'm not overdoing it by eating fucking 5. And I'm not doing this every day. I'm still sticking within, and I'm still within my calories. I don't really count calories, but like I keep a log of my food. So it like automatically.
Yeah.
Logs my calories and stuff, so I'm like, I'm not overdoing it. Still, it's still within a reasonable amount of calories, so I'm like, fuck that, because if I don't do this shit like this, it's gonna be so much easier for me to just go and get fucking McDonald's.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, I'm fucking over this unseasoned,
boring,
same meal every single day.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
what
I
it
gotta
is.
Spice it
We're
up.
also so used to having different meals every day, and then just a bunch of flavor, you know,
hungry.
that we're just like, pollito así nomás, no. That's why I feel like. When I try not to call it a diet, I just say...
I was just talking about this.
Because I feel like a diet, you're already putting in my head, like, I'm starving myself.
Exactly.
I'm depriving myself of all these foods.
I don't
it's
like
a lifestyle
that word.
change.
Exactly. I literally was just telling this to my trainer because I was like, I'm going to be honest. Like, now with my meal plans, because you saw my meal plan, I'm like, she didn't allow, like, seasoning and stuff. I'm like, that's some hardcore shit. I was like, this time around, I am adding seasoning, and I told him I make little taquitos, and I told him on the weekends, I probably won't stick to my diet, or to my meal plan. I told him, to be honest, on the weekend, I will eat out. I'm not going to say it probably. I told him I will eat out at least once for my meal that day. So like once on Saturday and once on Sunday. And I told him, I'm still not sticking to my meal plan at home, but I am making something at home versus going out and having 3 meals fast food, because I was doing that shit. I was doing that shit Monday through motherfucking Sunday. So, you know, and I told him, I was like, I'm just not restricting myself that bad because for me, personally, it's not realistic for me. I can make it happen, yes, but, and I've heard this before, you have to choose something that's realistic for your lifestyle. And like the way we grow up with food, it's delicious. Like
it's part of our culture. Our food is our culture as well.
And we can do it, but it's like, why? I'm not going to enjoy eating and I'm not going to want to eat. Like, exactly. I'd rather fucking skip that fucking chicken than force that shit down my throat with no flavor. You know? So I told him that and he's like, and that's good. He's like, you just have to make small changes that will go a long way. He's like, maybe it won't come as fast as if you just fucking quit cold turkey and just no fucking flavor, nothing. But it'll come.
That's what makes you give up once you do the whole 180 change.
Exactly.
You do it, but you realize this is fucking boring. This is disgusting. I don't want this.
I hate when people are like, oh, I forget you're on your little diet. It's not, I'm not starving myself. And that, like, I feel like when I hear diet, that's what I think of. And I'm like, girl, I am not doing that. I'm choosing to eat healthier. Stop telling me I'm on a diet. I don't like that.
We can go out and eat. There's healthier options. We can go, like, instead of going to fucking McDonald's and getting all that shit.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people tell me that, oh, I forget you're dieting. I'm like, I'm choosing to eat healthier. I don't want you to say dieting.
I was also, like I said, eating better and everything. It's not like I am still eating what I want, but just smaller portions. And it's working out for me. But when I was doing, like, the whole, like, eating much more healthier, people would say the same thing, like, oh, I forgot you're on your diet. Or when I would go over to families' houses, they'd be like, oh, no puedes comer eso, ¿verdad?
Oh, es porque está en dieta.
Está en dieta. No le den eso, está en dieta. Oh, tú no puedes comer eso, ¿verdad? I'm like, fuck it, then I won't eat shit then. But so I'm like, I can still eat it. It's just a smaller portion. Exactly. I'm not used to a big ass plato that you guys serve.
And
I'm
it's
just
like,
gonna eat it. Or if and they would serve me that big ass plato, and like I would just eat my portion.
Es todo lo que comes. Like I want to be like.
¿No te gustó? ¿A poco no estaba rico?
Sometimes I want to be like, well, como no, yo no como puerca. Like I get so mad, bro, because like I'm like, I had like a meal right now, and you're telling me like, oh, that's it. Like, well, I'm sorry, I don't eat like a fucking cow. I don't even know how fucking cows eat. They probably eat better than us, but. It just, like, makes me mad because, like, in a way you're putting me down for choosing to be healthy. Like, why can't you just be positive or, like, encouraging, you know? Like, it's like little jabs. Like, oh, es que está en dieta.
And it's like...
Like, they think we're the shit.
They complain. They comment about your body, and then when they see you making those changes, they'll still comment about it.
Yeah, there's...
So it's like, there's no in-between, and that's, like... That's the hard take I took on that as well when I started not giving a fuck what other people said about it. Because I'm like, good or bad, like I said, when I was losing the weight, they're like, ay, te estás enflacando mucho ahora. Oye, no vas a comer eso y no sé qué, el otro, no, eso no es bueno para ti. I'm like, what do you know that's better for me? Like, first, that's when I was like, examine
with your diabetic ass.
Exactly. Examine yourself first and then comment about my body. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm a bit heavier set, but I'm probably way more healthier than your ass ever will be. Yeah. And no offense, but that's just how it really is. So
it's hard out here.
There's just so much. We said this would be like a little 10-minute look at the time mark.
I know.
But we just got into it. It's a struggle. It really is a fucking struggle. But I think we're going to get there. We are going to get there. Yeah. As long as we're comfortable with ourselves and we're accepting of ourselves. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
And we need to hit the gym together. Didn't you say you signed up?
Yeah. I signed up.
That was the first step.
It's just hitting my bank account. My bank account's losing it.
First step, sign up.
Boom.
That day we had a good workout. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But it's just, like I said, I just been so busy with shit. And then soccer takes up
and
as well.
And then, like you said, you want to hit, like, your PRs, you know. I can't fucking spot you for that shit, girl. My fucking little fingers are
That's why,
like
I said, like, I stopped going to my trainer for personal reasons as well as financial reasons because it does add up.
It ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap.
But and it's an investment.
It was jinx. But yeah, working out is like that day, like it was good, but like I said, like I want to hit like heavy weights and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And I feel like
that's what
we're complete. Like I'll be able to spot you.
Yeah.
but you
She's
won't
like,
be able to.
I'm
but
like
you-
SpongeBob out there, okay? So I'm be
But you
doing
won't
a
be able to spot
Q-tip.
me.
I'll be squatting a Q-tip, and she's gonna be.
So they're like fucking 6 people on each side. But that's like.
But we
I
can
stopped
do
going with my
other
trainer
stuff, though.
because like personal reasons as well as financial.
yeah.
But I think eventually, hopefully, in like a couple months, like when I recover financially, because you know it's a struggle out here. Huh?
You'll start again.
Yeah, I if he has availability, I'll hit him up. If not, then I'll look for another trainer, or make gym friends.
Yeah.
Those big guys, they can spot me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a struggle.
But we can still work out, but we just can't squat.
We
I can squat, but
we can both do arms because I feel like we're both
Yeah.
at the same level at upper body strength.
Yeah.
But
I thought, see, like, there's times where I'm like, I'm gonna work out my arms and I want to invite you, but you said you don't like doing arms.
I really don't. But I need to because I need to gain the gains.
Knock some bitches.
Because I feel like when I do arms, I don't get the same workout. I just don't feel it, but it's probably because I'm not pushing myself towards it.
Today when I was doing arms,
It's a different burn.
I felt like my skin was gonna rip. And like I know I don't even have muscle yet, you know? But he was like, it's because the blood is flowing and you're ripping the muscle. And I was like, damn. And he was like, do you feel, because you know a lot of women don't want to work out their upper body. And he always like checks in with me and he's like, do you feel like are you scared you're gonna get too big? Because I'll be like, I don't like how it feels. It's just like the feeling of my skin, right? And I'm like, sir, first, even if I was scared to like get big, I'm far from that. I'm very far from that, so I'm not scared yet. But I told him I want to get my arms toned. I want to have wings too, like, you know what I'm talking about, your wings, like that. I want that. Obviously not exaggerated, but I want to
Just enough.
I want you to be able to know, but I still want to look very feminine. You know, I don't want to look too
like
bulky. Big, but I do want to be able to flex and you notice that shit, like, oh, she works out. But yeah, I am not afraid to grow. Well, I'm not saying you're afraid, but I'm just saying in general.
See,
Like
I don't like it
care.
because I feel like I'm already built. Like I said, I'm already
Like broad?
built bigger. So I feel like I'm
Do
already
you feel
broader.
like you're broad?
Yeah, I
don't
feel like
think
I
you're broad.
am. And my trainer told me that. I told him I was like, I look like a fucking like linebacker. I told him like, I look like a fucking linebacker. I'm like, no, I don't want to do arms. He's like, come on, let's work out those noodles. He always call my arms noodles. I'm like, these are fucking huge. He's like, honestly, he's like, for a, like you said, like for a big person that you are, your arms are not big.
Your arms kind of look small.
He's like, you'll have small arms. He's like, come on, let's get those arms up.
Not like, oh my god, your
it's like,
arms
no,
don't
no, but
match.
he's like, but he said like for someone who's built bigger, your arms are small
because
compared to
there's
other
girls
people.
that are smaller, and you could tell their fat goes to their arms.
And so he was like, let's
You
get
don't
let's
you
get the
don't really
gains there.
have-
And I'm just like, no, like my arms are perfect. Like I don't want to work on them. As even they do, but then now I was looking at the mirror the other day and I was like, no, we have to do the arms. Like, yeah, they're not big, they're not small either, but they could be toned.
Yeah,
And they could look better. So I'm just like, maybe my trainer had a point back then.
you're like, oh, I guess.
I guess we can give him reason of the doubt.
Yeah, see, so now we can do arms.
Yeah.
Next month, though, because, like, this month, I have to finish the month with him. I paid him in advance. So I paid him for 4 weeks, four times a day. I mean, I wait 4 times a day, but...
I was like, oh, wait, you got it like that?
4 times
You gotta pay for my
a
sessions
week.
too?
Huh. But, so yeah, so then after that, like, I have to stay consistent. So I have to go straight up. I mean, I might be on a different schedule, maybe not, because Randy might change shift, and he'll be able to pick her up from school and stuff, and he can drop her off to us at the gym. She's tall enough. I'll be like, oh yeah, she's getting in a workout with us. But yeah, like we can do arms and back. I want to get a nice back too. How do you feel about back? You don't care.
I don't care for it.
But would you work it out?
Yeah. But
Because I feel like with him, like, I want him to... I mean, I'll do anything with you, like legs too, but, like, if I had to choose, because obviously I'm going to be working out all week, I'd rather do leg and back stuff with him. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter because I feel like he's showing me a lot. So that's what I told him. I was like, I want to go a month hard with you. That way, I feel comfortable too when I go to these machines and I know how to do them. You know, but it is still a struggle because I'm short.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to like, me da pena. Like I get like shy and I'm like, because I don't want someone to think like I'm trying to talk to them, you know, like, oh my God, can you get this for me? Like, I genuinely just need help. So, like, I do have to tell people sometimes, like, I'm so sorry. Like, can you please reach this for me? Because I can't reach.
Yeah, I'm not super sure either, but like some of the stuff is high up. And I'm just like, I kind of look around.
Yeah.
And guys stare and they see that I'm like,
Like, you're trying to
struggling.
ask.
But they still don't come up. Because then I feel like they probably think, oh, she probably thinks I'm going to hit on her.
Oh.
But then I'm over here like, no, like I genuinely need help, and I'm like, I'm in that mindset like he probably thinks I'm gonna hit on him. Mm-hmm. But I think it's just saying fuck it, just ask for help.
Yeah, because that's what I do. I'm like, cringe, cringe,
give each other a boost.
Can you help me? Sorry, I can't reach. And then just smile. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, thank you. And then that's
Have
it.
a good day.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing that like I need to get comfortable with. But yeah, we can hit the gym together. Sorry, I can't spot you.
It's okay. We'll do upper body. And we'll be good to go. And
We'll do
hopefully
upper
eventually
body
I'll be able to,
like a little bit of tiny cardio.
I'll be able
at
to
the end.
eventually go back to my heavy weight.
Yeah.
But for now,
I can take videos.
I can take bomb ass videos.
I'll look for someone. I'll be your wing woman for the gym. I'll be like, oh, can someone spot her? I'm weak as fuck.
Like, have you seen that bitch? She's big. She can bench press 2 of me.
Fuck.
Damn. But yeah, we'll get there. There's just so much. Just this little topic.
But I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you want to, but we should give a shout out to our trainers.
I'm down.
Well, my ex-trainer.
Oh, yeah, huh?
He's still a homie, though.
Shout him out, girl.
Shout out to Roberto at
Yahoo.com. No,
at
just
Yahoo.com. I'll drop his OnlyFans. I'm just kidding.
I will.
Imagine. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to get girls' hopes up. His at is at Rob HNDZ_PT.
You got that? Write it down.
Write it down. We'll drop it
Wait,
somewhere.
what's that?
His Instagram.
His Instagram. Okay.
He only has Instagram, I think. But yeah, he's good. He's great.
Yeah, my trainer, his name is Jacob.
Jacobo.
I had told him about our podcast too, like the second session we had. And he's like, shout me out, Jacobo. I was like, ew, don't ever say that again. But, well, because
I think maybe when you get more comfortable, you should film workout videos with him.
Well, that's our goal. We've always talked about that. But
it's like a mini
we're
vlog.
waiting. Well, because so long story short, he was like training me at my gym, but like he couldn't do that. So they told him like you can't train her here because he's not affiliated with the gym. But he was already in the works of opening up his own gym, which he's still kind of in the works. So we haven't filmed videos because he is obviously still like setting up a lot of things in it. But yeah, he'll be available, not quite yet, but pretty soon. Or maybe he's already taking clients. I don't know. But he is Jacob. He is. Let me look for his at. I guess I'll shout him out. This shit better get me a fucking discount.
We should, right?
Just kidding.
Because we talked about these fuckers for the whole session.
We're talking about the fitness life. So
they're part of the
his
journey.
Instagram handle is Jacob, JACOB _A _McCain MCCAIN. And we'll link it down below.
We'll link their ads below. Yeah, mine only has Instagram. He does weight as well as he does boxing. So if you're interested in boxing, for all those people who want to get their anger out, I heard he's good. Personally, I've never done it. That's something I was looking into, but then I started doing soccer again. So
yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, hit them up
Look
for
into
your
them, hit them up.
needs.
Tell them the Pinches
we're gonna
Tóxicas sent you guys.
Yep.
Use my... I'm just kidding.
Use our discount code Pinches Tóxicas
for 0% off. 0% off.
Literally. Huh.
They're gonna get all these fucking DMs.
We
like,
should
yeah,
get
the
a
Tóxica
fucking-
sent us, and then be like, did they use your discount code? And they're gonna hit me up like, what fucking discount?
Huh. It should be like one fucking training session per fucking new referral.
Damn, we're gonna have a whole... None. We're like, damn, we're gonna have a whole year's worth. Just kidding, it's like none. And hit them up.
For the one person who listened, us. Just kidding.
Hey, we'll use each other as referrals.
Huh. But yeah, Jacob is very patient. So
I think that's
he's
that line of
patient.
work.
He's
Like-
patient, but he pushes you still. You know what I mean? Like he's not patient and like babysits you. Know, like I'll be looking at him like I don't want to do it anymore, and he'll be like, "Don't." Or I've told him like I want to quit. Like I just feel like I just want to go home, and he's like, "I'll lock that door." But like obviously he's kidding, but he's like, "I'm not gonna." But on a serious level, he'll tell me like, "I won't let you quit." Like if you ever feel like quitting, like I'm not gonna let you quit. Like meaning like he's gonna hype me up, he's gonna motivate me, and he does. He really does. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm grateful for Roberto as well. He really gave me that push to be more confident in myself, and it was always like I said, like I felt like giving up and stuff, but he was always like, "You're doing good," and I was hitting all these PRs and everything. He was like, he would always hype me up on them, and like it was just like that hype in that moment. Like the work was always great. I always felt comfortable because you're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're vulnerable to a total stranger,
And then,
that
like,
a male
during-
stranger.
And then during your workouts, you're like, fuck, like, I probably look silly doing this shit.
I know, I probably look stupid.
Like,
What if I'm not doing this right? Or like he probably has
Yeah.
other people who do way better than me, and just like
I just feel like, and I asked him one time, I'm like, does it trip you out? Because, like, I'll be shaking, bitch, and I'm, like, doing 5 pounds, okay?
I feel embarrassed when like I start shaking. I'm just like,
Yeah, like.
and he's like, "That's good, you're shaking." Like, hell yeah. I'm just like,
Yeah, he doesn't make me feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. So, and he pushes me, but he's also patient. Like, if I tell him, like, hey, right now, like, seriously, this is too heavy, he'll be like, okay, we can adjust. He's not like, fuck no, get that shit. And it's a thing, like, I obviously have a boyfriend, and, like, he works out too, but I can't work out with him because it hurts my feelings. Like, if he tries to push me and stuff, like, it hurts my feelings. Like, I'm just, I guess, because I'm his girlfriend, so
Yeah.
I want him to baby me, and he doesn't, and I do feel like crying. You know, like, my eyes get watery, and I'm like, damn, you're fucked up. You know, versus to where this person who is a professional doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, like, I mean, we don't have that connection, so I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna be like, fuck it, let's do it. But with Randy, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, don't you love me? Why are you making me do this?
yeah, I get you. No, and I get what you're saying because like Roberto's also the same way. He's like he'll push you, but he won't. If you don't feel comfortable with it, he also won't like overdo it. Because like where he's at, where we first started off at the first gym, like there was this trainer there, and like he would literally get in their faces, yell at them, and like say shit to them. And I was just like, I look at him and been like,
That's
like,
weird.
And like he would jokingly tell me like, oh, I'm gonna yell at you like if you don't do a workout. And I'd tell him back, I'm like, yell at me and I'm out of here. And he's like, see, do you prefer a trainer like that or a trainer like me? And I'd be like, you.
Yeah.
Because like he'll push you, he knows your limits.
But
I think he's
not
only ever
gonna-
yelled at me twice, but it's because like I almost hurt myself. That's why. And he had told me like already a couple of times like you're gonna stop doing it like that. You're gonna hurt yourself. Until finally like I was about to hurt myself, and he was like, "Why are you doing it like that?" But it wasn't even like so much. No me llamó la atención, and I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend our trainers.
Hit them up.
Hit them up. Hit their line. They give great results. They're a good 20% of it. It's just us.
Yeah, I'm just being a fat bitch. I just can't stop eating. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I am getting stronger. I can lift a car now.
She's about to lift me. Watch. That's her challenge. To lift
Watch
me
the
one day.
YouTube video because we're doing it on the YouTube video.
Yeah. We'll put it at the end.
I
clip
can
of her
squat
lifting.
her.
Yeah.
Fuck no, me muero, güey. With my little legs, I'll fucking break my legs. I have no fucking, like, it could be a fucking, what is it called? What I was saying with SpongeBob? It could be a fucking... it could be a fucking Q-tip and I'm gonna break my fucking legs. Like, no, I'm not there yet, guys. One day. You could probably squat me.
Probably. Yeah.
But then again, I'm fucking fat. Wait, how much did you squat?
I think one time the strongest, the most I've ever done, I think it was the squat rack. The bar itself is 45, and I think I had 3 plates of 45 on each side. 3, and then I think a 25.
Bitch, what?
Yeah, I don't. He didn't record me.
Calculate it. Cause then you could probably squat me, my fat ass.
Yeah, so I think it was 3 plates on each side.
Yeah, bitch, I cannot spot you. 270? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I was showing this because we were talking about fitness the other day when I went over to my brother-in-law's, and like my sister's best friend was there, and she was like, I want to get to your level. And I was like, girl, you already look good. Like, she said, no. Like, that one video that we had one shared that your trainer posted about you, where you hit that PR. And I was like, oh, when I was doing that, it was 450. 5 plates on each side. And, like, I even saved it and everything. That's not the squat rack, but it's the leg press?
When was this?
January. Damn. And, like, literally, it's, like, 5 plates on each side. And I was just like,
Do it again, the video. Damn, bitch. I can't even do it with weight.
I'll eventually share that video again.
That was crazy.
But yeah.
That's
just today's topic. Just getting real personal today.
Yeah, we
got really vulnerable today.
We got down today.
We got down and dirty.
We sure did.
But yeah, we had another plan for this.
Yeah.
But you know what?
We'll save that for next week.
I think this worked out best. Mm-hmm. Unintentionally, it worked out. It's best.
We literally were not going to talk about this. But like, I just like randomly asked her like, oh, like you really think I look good? Or I don't know what the fuck I asked her.
Right before I hit record, she's like, you know what? I'll just talk about it on the podcast.
We'll
really
just
brief.
talk about it.
But look at us now.
Briefly. Here we are, an hour and 27 minutes later. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video. And as usual,
like, follow, subscribe, share, comment. Give us
comment down below.
Feedback, please.
Tell us your gym
what's your gym experience?
What's your journey right now? Or you're not gymming, you're just kind of doing,
or what's making it hard for you? Like, what's making you feel like you're not consistent, or like what's the reason why you feel like you're not motivated
if
to do
you
it?
are consistent?
What are your
tips?
Or
how do you tips on how to stay
consistent? What workouts work best for you? What, eating habits, different, like your lifestyle change, like what worked out for you, what worked best?
Where to get cute outfits for the gym.
Link us. Cute but cheap but durable.
I thought you said butt cheek. I'm like, butt cheek.
And to make my butt cheeks cute.
Right, that part.
But yeah, like I said, follow, subscribe, Instagram, share. TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.
All that.
We're working on it. I promise you.
Follow
you should see the setup today.
At Pinches Toxicas. And on there we have a link tree, and it will take you to all our platforms.
I forgot about that. But yeah. Also, we're hopefully we'll talk about this off camera, but hopefully build also another platform as well for you guys to like be able to drop comment and feedback as well. But yeah, or stuff you want to hear, or if you want to be anonymous about it as well.
Or if you want to come on and be a guest.
Yeah, we're open to. You
we're
don't have
down
to be.
For that.
You can have 2 followers. You can sit right here.
Yeah,
as long as you're not sketchy.
Have a little toxica talk with us.
I feel like
you want us to expose someone, we'll fucking expose their ass.
We're not liable to any legal issues though. Yeah, we'll make sure to drop that in the. We are not bound to any legal disputes. That's on y'all's part. Don't involve the toxicas. We were just the mediator.
Yes.
But yeah,
guys, thanks for listening. Once again, if you've literally listened to like all of them, thanks.
You remember, we're going to keep track of the first
keeping
100.
Us going.
And you're going to get it for your PR package, hopefully. When we build our merch, y'all going to be there for a free sticker.
A free sticker. Something. A little some.
Oh, what I'm saying?
Yup. But yeah, thanks for listening. If you've always listened, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I guess I'm doing this for you if you're still listening.
And if you're a hater, shout out to the haters.
We don't have haters yet. Maybe.
I mean,
maybe we do. Who knows?
We might. Who knows? But if you're a hater, thank you for listening. We appreciate the listen. Yes. And hopefully the views soon. But yeah.
Yep. So thank you so much, guys. We will be dropping our next episode pretty soon after this. So stay tuned. Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good week. Love you. Bye.